Hello, hello, and welcome back once again to Colorado. And today we are finally going to take care of the Silent Assassin Suit Only Challenge. Now, I never actually thought I was going to achieve this one. Ever since Hitman 1 came out, I have never ever managed to succeed at this level. This is on Master Mode, so we will be getting everything that's associated with the Silent Assassin Suit Only run. I can't believe I've actually managed to pull this one off finally. It's been like nearly 2 years, but we got there in the end. So for this mission we will need to bring with us our Seeker 1 Make You Sick Dart gun, a silenced pistol, our fiber wire, and our lockpicks, or a lockpick. Now from the start, right off the bat, we want to just skip the intro and go straight to our left. Most of the videos I watched when I was trying to achieve this, everyone went to their right, and it looked like a real challenge, and I never managed it. So I've decided I'm going to go left. So we're just going to crouch run all the way around till we get to around about here, and we're just going to stop by this plank of wood thing here and wait for these two guards. We're waiting for the one you can just see on the screen there to turn his back to us, and then we're going to make our way off again and straight past this guy. And once we get to this tractor, we're going to veer sharply right up to the fence, and then we're going to stop running and we're just going to crouch walk under the window. It still gets spotted by the camera, but it doesn't count somehow. So once again, crouch running all the way. We're not going to encounter anyone else now until we get to our Seeker 1 Make You Sick Dart gun that we have stashed up here. So we're going to grab that, grab the briefcase, and select our silenced pistol. Make our way over to the left, just to give the two enforcers here a wide berth, and then we're going to shoot the camera above their guard post. That will distract both of them, and we are free to make our way over to the fence where this gate is. And we're now going to shoot a camera that's just up on the building and immediately lockpick our way into the premises. This is the farmhouse section. So we're going to put away our gun, we're going to crouch walk all the way into these bushes along the fence until we come to the gap in the fence, climb up into the bushes on our right, and we're just going to wait here. So as you can see, there are two guards in front of us, and we need to get our way past both of them and down the basement stairs. So we're going to have to pick our moment very, very carefully. Most people seem to manage to do this mission quite quickly, but I have gone for the patience is a virtue option. So I spend quite a lot of time just waiting people out. So we're just waiting for an opportunity that has just presented itself, and we're going to sneak walk behind both the guards down the basement stairs, and we're going to lockpick the basement door. Inside there will be one guard, but he can't see us at the moment. So we're just going to plug ourselves up behind him and subdue him over these boxes, knock him out, take his gun, and we're going to hide his body in the crate in the corner. And now we're going to collect his gun, the key he drops, and we're going to up the dosage on the prisoner. That will knock the prisoner out, so that when Ezra Berg comes to investigate him, he will be alone. There will not be another bodyguard with him. So we're just going to collect the gun, like I said, collect our briefcase, select our silenced pistol. Now I'm hiding behind the boiler because during one of my practice runs, Ezra Berg came back into the basement via the house. Something I've never seen him do. So I'm just making sure I'm out of the eye line, but he is going to come back through the basement door any second now, and when he does, he will spot that the prisoner is unconscious, and we can move up behind him and put two in his back.
Unconscious?
Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
So again, Ezra Berg can now go in the crate with his friend. We're going to collect everything that he has dropped. There we go. And we're going to make our way to the back of the basement and collect the lethal syringe that's just up on the bookshelf here. And now we're going to make our way up into the farmhouse itself. And we're going to eliminate or remove quite a lot of people. So there are 2 guards in this room here, or just in the room ahead of me. We're going to make the guard on the left sick, and he will come past us to throw up in the bin that's behind us. And then with him out of the way, we can take care of his friend. So he's now getting sick. He's going to come over and past us. We're just going to stay out of his eye line. He shouldn't spot us anyway because he's not feeling well. We're just going to follow him round to the bin here and knock him out. And we're going to leave his body there. He's nicely hidden. So now we're going to take care of his friend. And the easiest way to do that is to turn on the Hoover that's just here by the server. This guy we will have to avoid slightly more because he's feeling quite well. So when he comes over to investigate and turns off the Hoover, we are going to pounce on him. And we're going to hide him with his friend behind the air conditioning units. Don't forget to grab his gun as well. We're going to leave no evidence behind. Now, unfortunately, you can only hide like 2, maybe 3 bodies back here quite easily. After that, it gets quite hard to get them directly behind those units, and even if a toe is pointing out, someone can come along and spot them. So our next target will be one of the hackers from the next room over, which is what I call the war room. And here he comes now. It's the hacker that makes his way out into the garden periodically. So when he makes his way either back from the garden or to the garden, he will hear the Hoover, he will come over, and we're just going to rinse and repeat was what we did with the soldier. Wait for him to turn off the Hoover, knock him out, and drag him behind the air conditioning unit. Now again, now there's 3 bodies here, it's getting a little bit harder to get them to stay in position or get them into position nicely hidden. Now as you can see, Sean Rose and Penelope Graves have just entered the house, so we do have to wait for, at the very least, Penelope Graves to leave and Sean Rose to go upstairs before we can continue. So with that now acquired or achieved, we're going to select our Seeker 1 Make You Sick dart gun, and we are going to make the other hacker in the war room sick. Now unfortunately he reacted badly to that, so we're just going to hide ourselves behind the server until he loses interest, becomes ill, and I was hoping that he would make his way down into the bathroom, into the basement even. But because he reacted and came and investigated where he'd been shot from, he now comes over to the air conditioning units where there are currently 3 unconscious bodies. So we need to get him before he gets there and spots them. But if he doesn't react the way he did to the Make You Sick dart, he will go down into the basement where you're safe to just follow him down and knock him out. Unfortunately, we now have 4 bodies behind the air conditioning unit. And surprisingly enough, that wasn't as hard as it has been in the past. So that's everybody pretty much down here cleared out. So we are now free and clear to, first of all, we can take out the surveillance system if we want to, and we can take out Sean Rose and Penelope Graves quite easily now. So we're going to make our way into the basement, and we're going to wait behind the basement door. We're going to select our lethal poison, and we're going to await the arrival of Penelope Graves. Here she is now. Now, like I said earlier, patience was a virtue for me, and this actually took me 40 minutes, this whole level, because when Penelope Graves turns up the first time, which I cut out, Sean Rose was with her. And when she turned up the second time, her bodyguards misbehaved and followed her around. So this is my third time standing here. I was here about 20 minutes. But once Penelope Graves makes her way back past the basement
Graves
door,
is down. Excellent work, 47.
we just have to open the door, jab her with our lethal syringe, and make our way back into the basement. And what we're doing now is just going to wait for her body to be discovered and cleared away before we make our way back to the top of the basement stairs, select our fibre wire, and now we're going to wait for the arrival of Sean Rose. Now, with Penelope Graves out of the way, this is a lot more straightforward. Rose will come in, he will investigate the clock, he will go into the war room, and when he leaves, exactly like we did with Penelope Graves, except with our fibre wire this time, we are going to pounce out as he passes the door. We're going to kill him with the fibre wire and drag him down into the basement. A bit like that.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
Now, with Sean Rose in hand, we're going to take him to the bomb shelter door, and we're going to unlock the bomb shelter door. This is going to be our escape route, our exit plan. So if you haven't got it already, that would get you the body double challenge. We're just going to drag his body in here out of sight, and we're going to make our way back upstairs and back into the server room. Now, unfortunately, I've forgotten my melee weapon, so once I get into the server room, I have to come back to the basement for my melee weapon, which in this instance is our briefcase. So when I finally realise I forgot my briefcase, I'm going to have to go back for it. What we're going to now be doing is removing the hackers from the upper floor. There's a nice easy way of doing this. There are 3 of them up there on master mode. Normally there are only 2. Today there are 3. So what we're going to do is make our way back into the server room, and we're going to turn off the server. And that will attract the attention of one of the hackers from upstairs. So we're just going to hide behind the air conditioning unit till he arrives. And when he arrives, we're going to get behind him and throw our briefcase at his head once the server is back on. And then we're going to hide his body with his friends and all the others here. And this is the point where I start really having trouble getting the bodies hidden. So with Penelope Graves and Sean Rose both out of the picture and their bodyguards nowhere to be seen, I am quite safe to start taking the bodies down into the basement. So that's what I'm going to do, because we have a few more people to put behind that air conditioning unit yet. So we're just going to grab a few of these bodies one by one. Just be aware of everybody around you still. And we're just going to drag a few of them down into the basement, giving us a bit more easier space to work with. So every time I'm trying to arrange it so that they'll stay out of sight, but they won't. So there's 2 left now. That should be okay. So once again, we're going to retrieve our briefcase, turn off the server, plug ourselves back up behind the air conditioning systems, and await the arrival of the next hacker.
Come on, give me a
And once again, just get out of his line of sight.
click.
Once the server's back on, throw our briefcase at his head, knock him out, and drag him behind the air conditioning. He went behind there nice and easy. So this time we're going to retrieve our briefcase. This hacker has also dropped his phone, so we're going to grab that as well before turning off the server for the third and final time. And once again hiding ourselves out of the eye line of the hacker. And when he comes in, just going to move over to the wall, wait for him to turn the server back on and knock him out. So that's the last of the hackers now taken care of. So we have one empty room upstairs already. We have the, I believe, 2 guards in Sean Rose's room, who we still have to take care of, and a patrolling guard who moves around on the corridor and the balcony upstairs. That would be him right there, moving along. So we have 3 more people to take care of. So we're just going to exit the server room, make our way up the stairs, and we're going to go and grab the baseball that's on the table by the balcony doors. And we're going to make our way around as quickly as possible into Sean Rose's bathroom. And now we're just going to wait for the guard you can see there on the right, who's just sitting down. We're going to wait for him to go back over to the right hand side, where he will be out of sight of us. And when he does, we're going to open the bedroom door, we're going to knock out the guard on the bed with the baseball, and then throw our briefcase at the other guard who will be looking at the bookcase. There we go. So once again we're going to grab all of their stuff, and we're going to hide both their bodies in the wardrobe provided. Now at this point we will lose our baseball because where we've thrown it is now inaccessible to us. It is right in the center of the bed and we can't get it. But we can get the guard and his gun. So with that all now taken care of, we have one more guard to take care of, and that is the guard on patrol outside of Rose's room. I have currently forgotten this, and I'm trying to line up my shot to take out Maya Pavati. But fortunately, I do realise my mistake in time, because I'm so concentrating on getting this shot, because it is a very difficult shot with a handgun. But I will eventually remember that there is a guard patrolling, and the reason I remember there is a guard patrolling is because you have to stand right at that window with your arm out the window to get this shot. And when that guard goes out onto the balcony, he will see you. So what we're going to do is make our way into Rose's bathroom, and we're going to hide, we're going to place even our assault rifle on the floor and await for the guard to go through his routine. He will come along and see the gun, and we're going to subdue him round the corner, knock him out. We'll leave him there, we don't need to worry about him. We're going to reselect our silenced pistol, make our way back over to the window, and it's at this point I recommend dropping a save, because like I said, this is quite a tricky shot. You have to be extremely accurate with it. But what we're going to do now is wait for Maya Pavati as she's leaving the barn. You can see there, we're going to take our shot and drop the hay bale on her head.
Maya Parvati is down. Good work.
So that's all 4 of our targets now taken care of. All we've got to do is escape, and because we have eliminated pretty much the entire house, there are a couple of people still around, we are free to just casually run straight to the basement and out of the bomb shelter exit. So there you go, that's the Silent Assassin suit only challenge and all the other challenges associated with it. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.